welcome back to the deep dive. So, you gave us this stack of sources that promises something I think most of us are a little too cautious to admit we truly want.
Which is?
The full, unapologetic dream lives. We're talking the dream car, the custom-built house, the, perfectly curated closet, the whole thing.
Right, the promise of getting everything you want all the time. It's a very intoxicating premise.
It is, and I'm hooked. But I have to say, I am skeptical.
And you should be. But what's interesting here is that the source material, which comes from a creator who seems to have tangibly achieved these goals, is very intentional about how she frames this.
How so?
She pushes back hard against the common, passive approach. She explicitly says this is not generic woo-woo manifestation.
Okay, that's a direct quote.
It is. She claims this is a concrete, actionable strategy.
And honestly, that distinction is the only reason we're doing this deep dive. If it was just about positive thinking, we'd probably close the book right now. But she claims she's achieving her goals through a deliberate, repeatable system. So, our mission today is to unpack this step-by-step formula. We want to rigorously determine, is this some kind of magic? Is it pure luck?
Or is it simply extreme, focused dedication that's just cleverly packaged as glamorous dreaming?
That's the question. Let's find out what's really driving this engine.
Okay, so we have to start where she starts, which is what she calls the foundation of desire.
It sounds simple.
It sounds simple, but she claims it's the initial barrier where most people fail. Step one is knowing exactly what you want and wanting it unapologetically.
Okay, let's unpack that because that's a crucial first step. She's adamant that the reason people stall is because they are, this is another quote, too afraid to even say it.
Right. They internalize this idea that their desires are too large or too much trouble.
Or that they just don't deserve something on that scale.
And this is where she brings the hammer down. Her sharp critique is that there is no prize for humility. In fact, for her, humility is an active impediment to success here. If you're going to pursue a delusional dream, your vision can't be vague. It can't be, I want to be successful.
It has to be more.
It has to be mandatory, aggressive, and highly specific.
And that specificity is a theme that comes up again and again in the sources. It's not just wanting a house.
No, it's having, as you said, Zillow boards full of houses I can't afford yet. She knows the exact chandelier for the entry.
The specific brand of doorknob she wants installed. I mean, the detail is incredible. And this isn't just today's goal. It's the goal for 10 years from now, broken down into tiny component parts.
Precisely. And her entire aesthetic is a reflection of this focused energy. We see this hyper-detailed list of tastes.
Like what?
Well, gold is the favorite color, a preference for French neoclassical antiques, nude nails, and huge jewels. She even makes these vision boards that contain the exact color swatch the designer named.
And the shopping link for the handbag.
Link, it's that specific.
But let's be critical for a moment here. Doesn't spending that much time detailing the type of marble or finding the perfect chandelier link, doesn't that take energy away from the actual business strategy?
That's a fair challenge.
I mean, where is the line between productive visualization and just, procrastinating by curating a perfect fantasy?
I think her answer would be that this precise definition is how the internal desire transitions from a fleeting fantasy into an unwavering fixed target.
Okay.
If you know the exact model, the exact color, and the exact street, your brain stops treating the goal as this abstract maybe.
It starts treating it as what? An operational blueprint.
That's the perfect way to put it. The source argues that by clearly mapping the target, the pursuit stops being passive dreaming, becomes active, directed planning. This level of wanting is, for her, the first form of dedicated work.
So once the vision is impossibly specific, the conversation immediately shifts to action. Which brings us to section 2, manifestation redefined. She addresses the huge misconception about manifestation head on. She says, and I love this quote, manifest no wrong. That is not how it works. You need to work.
That's the crux of the strategy right there. It's the point where internal vision has to translate into external effort. And the tool she provides to test your own sincerity is, well, it's profound in its simplicity. She asks you to administer this litmus test of effort. If someone was spying on your days, would they believe that you were serious about your goals?
Oof. I think that question exposes most of us immediately.
Right.
If your dreams are enormous, a multi-million-dollar lifestyle, but your daily actions look like, apathy, the spell is broken. The effort has to match the scale of the aspiration.
And she gives such a compelling, kind of messy anecdote about running her jewelry business to hit this monumental monthly sales goal, 33.
And it was the furthest thing from glamorous, from what I read.
Oh, not at all. To achieve that goal, the source committed to waking up at 4 a.m. every single day. No exceptions.
To do what?
To pack orders herself. She spent hours hand-stamping and signing every single letter. The success wasn't born out of positive affirmations. It was born out of relentless physical commitment.
And the power of that story is her reflection on the outcome. When she finally hit the goal, she didn't call it a miracle or luck.
No, she simply said it was not surprising, it was worth it.
I love that. The belief wasn't that the goal would magically materialize. The belief was that the work she was putting in would inevitably make the goal happen.
And that is the complete redefinition she provides. Manifesting, for her, is fundamentally believing that what you are doing, the action, the hustle, the sacrifice, is going to work.
So what's the formula?
It's a formula. Hard work plus dedication plus belief in yourself. All of that combines to create the action. It sounds like a lot of sweat equity, for sure, but it's framed as a deliberate investment.
Which leads us to the challenge of scale, right? It's easy to talk about massive action, but often the sheer size of the goal is just paralyzing.
Totally.
And this brings us neatly into section 3, connecting that enormous ambition with manageable micro-actions. Big picture, small steps.
She uses the perfect anecdote to reframe that sense of scale. It's the story of the 3-year-old who wants to be an astronaut.
Right, and the parent lists the requirements. Study, college, science, fitness test, all these huge things.
And the kid, who isn't burdened by all that perceived complexity, just shrugs and says, that's just 4 things.
That reframes a colossal, life-defining ambition into 4 manageable milestones. So the strategy is clear. Grandiose plans are achieved with small, repeated actions.
And if the goal feels overwhelming, you have to find a micro-action that you can execute consistently.
She gives a perfect example of this from her own life, back when she was working as a Postmates driver.
Yes, she desperately wanted this expensive pair of shoes, way out of her price range, but instead of being paralyzed by the total cost,
She tried to magically find the full amount.
no, instead she committed to the micro-action of picking up 1 extra delivery every day, just 1, and putting that exact money aside.
Such a small, repeatable habit.
And the result? In just 2 weeks, she had the money for the $75 shoes. The pouch wasn't in the size of the goal, but in translating a daunting aspiration into this manageable, daily, constant force.
That shifts the mindset entirely, doesn't it? From a lack mentality to an abundance of effort.
But the truly magnetic and maybe controversial element here is the concept of being delusional.
She calls herself the most delusional person alive.
She does, and she argues that being delusional is the only way to get delusional things.
So what does she mean by that? It's not actual irrationality, is it?
No, I think it's a strategic refusal to accept your present limitations as a permanent reality. It's an unwavering self-belief, even when your bank account and your address completely contradict your vision.
The story of her driving up to the nicest building in LA as a broke Postmates driver.
And telling the doorman, I'm gonna live here.
And then later, she actually moved in there. That's the embodiment of it.
It sounds like treating the future reality as the present, even if it feels like you're trespassing. She takes fake it till you make it and elevates it. She calls it practicing reality.
Practicing reality, I like that.
It's like psychological pre-wiring. If you can create a physical environment that mirrors your future, you are constantly feeding your subconscious the belief that this outcome is normal and expected. It's an active rehearsal.
And the examples are fantastic. The one about putting fake jewelry in real Tiffany's and Cartier boxes.
Yes, she knew the jewelry was costume, but the act of owning and handling those boxes rearranged her internal reality to match the vision.
And the story about the flooring is even more profound because it was such a sustained commitment.
Right, she installed DIY fake marble floors in a previous home, knowing full well they were imitation, and used them for years as a form of practice. A physical commitment to the feeling of living in luxury.
Until she finally achieved her dream home with the real marble floors she had always envisioned years later.
So the mechanism isn't about hoping the universe delivers the marble.
No, it's about maintaining a constant physical reminder of the destination so that when the opportunity arrives, you don't hesitate. You're mentally prepared to accept it as normal. It's an active rehearsal for the life you intend to live.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. The strategy moves beyond just solo effort and vision boards
Yeah.
into how you interact with the outside world. This requires integrating external factors like luck and connections into the formula. This is section 4.
And she immediately demystifies luck. She defines it as merely exposure to chance, coupled with preparation.
So it's not passive fate. It's about putting yourself in a position where chance can actually find you.
That shifts the responsibility for luck entirely back to you, the individual. You have to physically enter the rooms where the opportunities might exist.
The example given is sitting next to an executive, maybe the person in charge of a huge platform like Shopify.
The luck isn't the meeting itself. The preparedness is having the business pitch ready to go in your pocket at all times. So when the chance arises, you take it, and suddenly you look lucky. Beyond preparation, though, is radical boldness. Fortune favors the brave.
Absolutely. She says you have to be unapologetically bold, willing to risk rejection for the chance of profound gain.
And nothing screams boldness like the fireplace story.
Oh, that's a great...
She tours a new unit in her building, sees this beautiful fireplace, and months later runs into the new owner in the elevator.
And she just asks him for it?
She has the presence of mind and the radical boldness to immediately ask him if he still has it, explaining how much she loved it.
Yeah.
And he just gave it to her.
He gifted it to her. That is the direct outcome of, in her words, unabashedly chasing what I'm looking for. She says asking is literally how she acquires half of what she wants.
Because if you don't ask, the answer is already no.
The answer is unequivocally no.
But this laser focus on acquisition and ambition, it comes with a crucial strategic caveat.
Kindness, yes. The role of your circle and your community.
Why is treating a barista with respect a strategic move for someone focused on hyper-ambition? It seems counterintuitive.
Because ambition doesn't happen in a vacuum. She says, be the kind of person that you would want to see good things happen to. This goes beyond simple morality. It becomes a fundamental networking requirement.
You have to build a reputation for character.
Exactly. She emphasizes treating everyone with respect. Barista, billionaire, does not matter. That kindness is the foundation for connections, and she says connections are everything.
So if you're ruthlessly ambitious, but locally reviled, people will actively root for your failure.
Right. But conversely, every door you open for others, every act of genuine kindness, builds this network of reciprocation. These are the doors they may one day open for you. She's cultivating a world where people are rooting for her.
Which is an invaluable asset that money can't buy.
And that leads perfectly to the final and maybe most crucial element, the real why.
You can't just know what you want.
You need to understand the deeper reason why you want it. This is, quote, the core, the heartbeat of dream chasing.
So when the work gets hard, and by her definition, it gets very hard, that's what keeps you going.
That's the resilience. For her, the reason she started her platform wasn't just trivial wealth or fame. It was a deeply human need for community, love, and acceptance.
The desire to know there were others just like her.
So the accumulation of dream objects, the gold and the jewels, that's all secondary to the human connection and the sense of purpose she built. She puts those priceless things, connection, love, community highest on the totem pole.
And that brings us to the grounded, kind of paradoxical ending that is so essential to understanding this whole thing.
Yes, the source is really honest here. She says nobody gets what they want all the time.
It's life. It's not perfect.
I appreciate that honesty because it frames the entire process not as a guarantee of flawless perfection, but as a dedication to continuous active pursuit.
The true moral is that you can always go after it, which is a sustainable mindset, not a one-time trick.
And this reinforces the idea that money itself is boring. It's just a tool. The story, she explains, isn't about the specific luxury bag she got.
It's about the person she had to become to be able to afford it.
A reflection of the hard work, the discipline, the focus. The priceless things remain the highest achievement.
And this whole shift in focus from the external object to your internal certainty is rooted in calculated expectation. She explains this with the cake analogy.
Which is brilliant. If you want to make a cake, you get the ingredients, you follow the recipe, you mix it, and you bake it.
And when the cake comes out of the oven, you're not surprised.
You're not surprised. You expected it because you followed the formula. You would be shocked, however, if you woke up and a random perfect cake just appeared without you doing anything.
So the expectation of success is built entirely on the massive, consistent action you take. You're replacing hope with calculated certainty.
Exactly. The highly specific vision, the massive, dedicated action, the delusional self-confidence, and the radical boldness paired with strategic kindness, this is the recipe.
The desired outcome is no longer a wish. It's the expected consequence of applying the formula.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? This deep dive shows that this strategy requires hyper-specific vision, relentless effort, and calculated boldness to replace passive wishing with active preparation.
The internal confidence you cultivate and the external visibility you achieve are equally critical components of the same spell.
And this leaves us with the source's simple, powerful conclusion. The dream is the wish. The action is the spell. If you meticulously follow that formula, the result is simply the expected consequence.
So consider the relationship between intense focus and probability. Is expecting the desired outcome an act of belief? Or is it simply a rational prediction when the effort required is calculated and applied unwaveringly? Maybe it's time to stop being so humble about your dreams.
And to put this into practice, identify one goal right now that feels utterly delusional, and then choose one small, tangible, daily action you can apply toward it starting tomorrow. That's where the practice begins.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.
We'll catch you next time when we dive into a brand new stack of sources. Go make something happen.